Banda is
Let's
just
continue on
to attract casuals to the game, because right now basically the game is full of sweats, guys. Everyone who's on the game right now is a sweat. I've seen some people say and claim that they're casuals, but man, like, if you're still on Sparking Zero, you are truly a sweat at this point, because there is no content on that game except PvP. So the only thing we have to do is just get as good.
And the allegation that I don't even play the game is I think that is kind of crazy. I do play this game, not every single day, but sometimes I'll go in the custom battle mode, which is something that you can do that's not related to PvP. As you guys know, I don't really care for PvP in any video game.
I mean, I know we live in a bubble where we already know how to play the game and we know all the exploits and tech and all that stuff. But for people trying to learn this game right now, the barrier of entry is crazy. I mean, if you don't know the exploits, if you don't know the tech, you're about to get straight killed, even on quick play. I mean, the level of even B ranks right now is just on another level compared to just like a casual player trying to come in.
He tried playing Sparking Zero. He said he turned on ranked, was basically getting perfected, and then just turned it off. And he said he doesn't want to play it again. And I was like, bro, I can't blame you. Like, this, there's nothing but sweats on there now. You're fighting a super high level of competition almost immediately when you start playing the game. What's going on in Sparking Zero right now? It would be like if all the master rank players were in gold.
Just so y'all can understand how crazy this game is right now, bro, I'm finna put some gameplay on the screen of C-React. C-React, when the rank reset happened, I guess this nigga must have went live on Twitch, and he thought it was finna be sweet. He thought he was finna be able to get back on and go crazy.
C-Reax is just actually getting destroyed. C-Reax has the stronger character too, and he can't even touch this guy. Look at this. He's basically getting perfected. That's the only damage he's done so far is a wild sense, chaining into a super, which is like kind of a cheesy thing to do, to be honest. And then he gets destroyed, bro. He got destroyed, bro.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this, and I love C-Reacts, bro. I love C-Reacts. From the way he's looking on this video, bro, this will never hit Z-Rank again, bro. I'm not gonna lie. He will never hit that shit again, bro. Ever.
What's good, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Christian here again with another video. And as you saw 3 weeks ago, I got into a little controversy with Slow Plays here for claiming that he doesn't even play Sparking Zero, and he responded to me explaining that he plays casually with friends and doesn't enjoy PvP content. And I respect that, okay? Of course, everyone is entitled to enjoy any game they choose and play it any way they choose, but just by nature of him not playing PvP, he's missing the bulk of the experience of playing Sparking Zero, because just like I said in my video, Sparking Zero is for the sweats right now. And a lot of the mainstream Dragon Ball YouTubers are in that same boat with Slow Plays. Maybe they played the game when it came out, but for the last 5 months or so that I've been covering the game, a lot has changed, okay? The reality is that Sparking Zero was largely an unfinished product when it came out, and with every passing patch, the game is getting more and more competitive mechanically. And because there's a lack of casual content in the game, the player base it attracted are a bunch of wolves that just want to tear your head off when they see you online. The Sparking community is basically like the UFC of the Dragon Ball fan base, okay? We have public sets to settle beefs. We have people accusing each other of boosting on ranked modes. People are playing for each other in tournaments for money. Sparking Zero is not a casual friendly environment, okay guys? It's very aggressive. The player base is aggressive, and even players that used to be casual like me and Don Coolio, for example, just by nature of being in this community and having to compete against these guys, we have just improved ridiculously. And that just means that for anyone entering the game at this point, you'll be competing with people that have 500 hours plus in competitive modes in Sparking Zero that are gonna completely demolish you if they get the chance. And in a way, the game actually getting more competitive is actually a good thing long term, and I'm gonna tell you why, okay? The focus on game mechanics and competitive modes in Sparking Zero needed to happen, okay? I actually have to applaud Spike and Bandai for finally acknowledging the core audience of Sparking Zero. For the longest time, I would get on Bandai's ass for not having a direction for this game and finally it seems that they have made a choice on where they want to take this game. One of my main critiques of this game was that it was trying to be too many things while achieving none. So by finally focusing on game mechanics and ranked modes, by making the game more competitive, it kind of shows that Bandai finally knows the core audience of Sparking Zero, and they're finally wanting to appease those players. And the reality is that Sparking Zero mechanically was never going to be casual enough to get players like Slow Plays and Rhymestyle to play consistently without pissing off the core audience. So like I said, the only way to attract those players is actually just to invest in more casual modes. And honestly, the game mechanics of the game feel largely finished at this point. There's certain nitpicks that could be improved, but overall I'm loving Sparking Zero right now, and a lot of players like me who are PvP sweats are loving the game right now. Of course, the netcode still needs work, but that's just a conversation for another video. But overall, I think focusing on game mechanics and game modes was a necessary step, and even though the casual player is getting shafted right now in the short term, PvP modes were never gonna retain those players anyways. And Spike kind of rewarding the player base that's here and active in the game, I think did a good job in repairing some bad sentiments that we had towards them. But of course, they still fumbled the release of the rank reset, but at least the game feels polished at this point. But again, the next step is that they focus on casual content. Daima DLC 2 is still on its way. Spike, if you're listening, do not let that DLC come out and you don't have maps or costumes included in that DLC. Legendary Warrior Face-Off, for example, is okay. I don't really like the mode that much, but it's serviceable. But without rewards, it just feels pointless. Listen guys, even me, I'm a PvP sweat, and even I would be playing that mode if it just included at least one costume as an unlockable reward. It's time that casual content gets some love, okay? And again, props for actually feeding the actual Sparking community, the PvP degens. We love this patch right now. But I do want more people to enjoy this game because honestly, I do love Sparking Zero as a game, even with all its issues. And to the mainstream YouTubers like Rhymestyle and Slow Plays, I got a video idea for you right now. Instead of 3 idiots versus Whis, let's see you do 3 idiots versus ranked DP battles. Or Slow Plays, why don't you do a video of you going into ranked singles and just go as high as you can and just post a couple matches so you can start to get involved with the Sparking community. I think the Sparking community would love to see that, and it would really garner some, more respect and goodwill towards you from the Sparking community, because the Sparking community is a small community of PvP sweats, but we're still here, we're keeping this game alive, and we're still a part of the Dragon Ball fan base. But let me know what you think about what I said in this video. Do you think Bandai focusing on the PvP sweats this patch was actually a good thing or a bad thing? And what do you think they should do in the future for the next season, or even the Daima DLC that's coming out? Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.